G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here with more of my ongoing attempts to put up with Baldur's Gate 3. Why am I back here? After my last episode, I felt like I was done with this game because the jank and everything just gets to me, but I don't know, there's something wrong with me and I can't keep coming back. I had an idea for a playthrough that I wanted to try. That's what it comes down to. Who knows how far we'll go. I am going to also try and follow a guide. The biggest problem I have is I go into areas and I suspect that everyone's going to be an enemy, and it doesn't seem to work out very well. So we'll see what happens. Yes. Now, this playthrough is called the new Rangewatchers. What is that? Let's explain all of that at the very start as we jump on in. I'll click the new game thing and let's get moving. The new Rangewatchers. I am going to go on and do Explorer. Yeah, whatever. So, the new Rangewatchers. The Rangewatchers, the original Rangewatchers, was an adventuring group that Montolio DeBrouchee was a member of. Who is Montolio DeBrouchee, you might ask? Montolio DeBrouchee, I'm going to let the cinematic run in the background while I talk about this, I suppose. Montolio DeBrouchee was a human ranger, and he was the human ranger who discovered Drizzt Do'Urden after Drizzt made his way to the surface of Faerun. So Drizzt Do'Urden, if you don't know, is a very famous Drow Ranger who has lived on the surface by the time of this game for 150 years or thereabouts. This is set about 150 years after what I'm talking about. So Montolio DeBrouchee was a member of a group, an adventuring party called the Rangewatchers. Now, they were a group entirely of rangers. And in their last encounter, their last battle, fight, whatever, they encountered a red dragon. And 3 members of the party died, and Montolio was severely injured. He had his face burnt. They were able to, clerics were able to heal the scars, but his eyes were gone. And so he ended up being a blind old ranger, and he went out into the wilderness originally to die, but made friends with all the animals in this valley and ended up living there for the rest of his life. And the year before he died, he found Drizzt. He had an owl companion that was around a lot, and he also had a he knew most of the animals in the valley, but there was also this so his owl was called Hooter, and there was this old bear called Bluster, very grouchy old bear. And Hooter came to him one day and said that there was a drow living wintering in the cave with Bluster, who was hibernating in this cave. And that shocked Montolio because he knew... Oh, by the way, Montolio's nickname is Mooshie. That's going to be very relevant in a minute. Montolio himself did not think that he would be able to winter in a cave with Bluster, because Bluster wouldn't put up with that. But somehow this drow had. So when spring finally came around, he went out and investigated and found this drow and started talking to him, and eventually found that he had the soul of a ranger, and so he taught him the ways of Mielikki, the goddess that Mooshie followed, and taught him the ways of the ranger. And so basically Montolio Mooshie, as he was known to his friends, DeBrouchee, was the mentor of Drizzt Do'Urden. So this is the new Rangewatchers, and so we are going to build a character who is going to be originally I was thinking it was going to be like great grand nephew, but it's probably great grand nephew of Montolio, and his name is going to be Mooshie. So we are going to have Mooshie DeBrouchee, the human ranger, and we're going to build the new Rangewatchers, or we're going to build a party of all rangers, and we're all going to have animal companions. Now, you may not know that in the ranger, you have favorite enemies here, and if you choose... Actually, no, these ones don't matter. Keeper of the Veil. I'm going to choose Bounty Hunter for Mooshie. And Natural Explorer, we're going to choose Beast Tamer. And that gives us Find Familiar. And so we're going to be able to use that. Every one of our companions is going to have the Beast Tamer Explorer thing, but they're all going to have a different favored enemy. The best background, I feel, is Folk Hero, because it has animal handling and survival, two things that are perfect for any ranger, and it's going to match in with the fact that as a ranger we're going to be doing all of the animal type stuff. I'm going to leave... No, I'm not going to leave this. I'm going to take that point out of there, and that point out of there, and chuck some points into there like that. There we go. A little bit of charisma, because charisma checks in the game are fairly frequent. We've got a lot of wisdom, which is going to help actually with all of the Ithalid powers, most of them as far as I'm aware. The 13 in Constitution is kind of wasted, but we might bump that later on if we add an ability or something to do that. We get a lot of health anyway as a ranger, so it's not a big deal. We do want to edit the appearance, though. We're going to go more of a Mooshie, Montolio DeBrouchee type of look. So we're going to choose that voice. I was tempted originally to like have a scar across one or both eyes to sort of be similar to the original Montolio, because originally I was going to rebuild the character of Montolio DeBrouchee, but maybe I will just have that one scar there. I'm not going to go too high on the maturity. I think I'll leave it at like 30. Not that it really is changing very much. And no vitiligio, or however you pronounce that. Skin tones, we're looking for a more European type character. Body art, I don't want any body art for young Mooshie. Eyes of brown are fine, although technically Montolio DeBrouchee's eyes were now white because he was blind. No makeup. Hair, we're going to go with like a sort of a natural rugged, I don't get to the barber very often because I live out in the wilderness type of look, like that. And originally I was going to go with white hair as well, because, you know, Mooshie Montolio DeBrouchee is actually was old at the point when Drizzt met him, but I don't know. I think I will... Actually, I think I don't have a problem with the black hair. And those blonde highlights. Facial hair, though. The original Montolio sported apparently a very big mustache, and they really don't have any really good big mustaches except for that one. I mean, unless you want to go with my wonderful, friendly mutton chops. Actually, I think I will. Let's do that. All right. So this is going to be Mooshie DeBrouchee. And we are a level 1 human ranger. Why not? Doesn't really matter. I don't really care what the Guardian is, so I'm just picking almost anything. All right. So yes, what we're also going to do is once we can, I was actually tempted. No, first things first. Familiar. I'm going to be using. There is no owl, animal companion, or familiar, but there is a raven familiar, and a dire raven animal companion. So I'm thinking that is going to be my choice for Mooshie. I could have had I can use a bear as the animal companion, so I could go raven and bear, which would then at least match up a little bit with the original Montolio in that he had an owl and a bear as the two main animal companions that were around him. But I think I'm going to stick with Raven and Dire Raven for Mooshie. G'day, Froggo. And then we're going to use there is a Drow Ranger in the Hirelings that you can hire. We're going to hire them. I don't remember what their pronoun is, male, female, them, or whatever. But we are going to hire them, and we don't need to do anything because they're already set up to have the Beast Master thing, so they have a familiar or the Beast Tamer, and then the animal companion. What we're going to pick for them, being a drow, the perfect choice for drow is a familiar, which is a spider, and the wolf spider as an animal companion. So they will have two spiders as their pets, their animals. We're then going to choose the Lightfoot Halfling as our next animal, she's normally a bard. We're going to respec her into a ranger. Now, I'm still undecided, and the thing is, we can change these animal companions and familiars at any time, and I do actually want to try out at some point what happens in the game if you have two party members that have the same animal companion, whether there's any problems with that, whether the game won't let you do it. I don't know, I'm just curious. Most of the animal companions don't actually have like names. The familiars don't really, except for the Raven familiar, whose name is Quoth, which I think is quite funny because it's sort of two homages in one. It's a homage to Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven, but also in Terry Pratchett's Discworld, I think it was in the story Mort, where a young man takes over the duties of death. There is a rather inept wizard in there whose name I don't recall, but who had a raven, and I'm pretty sure his raven's name was Quoth as well. But anyway, so there's the raven has a name in the familiars. The animal companions, they all technically have names, but it's more like what their species name is. So the dire raven is called Corvid. The bear is called Ursa. The wolf is called Lupus. Things like that. So it'll be curious to see if I have two people with the same familiar or animal companion, whether they get renamed, because you can't change their name either. At least I haven't seen any way to do that. So that'll be interesting to see. So then we've got the halfling that I'm going to have. My plan is to have them have the familiar, which is the cat, and the animal companion. I was thinking wolf because cat and dog. The other option might be to go cat and boar, because I think there are some pictures around that I've seen. Two different ways I've seen boars portrayed in the Forgotten Realms. One as mounts for halflings, and the other as mounts for dwarves. So we could do either sort of option there. We could have... let me just turn the game volume back up now that we're no longer going through the cutscenes. Yeah, so I'm thinking the halfling will have a cat and a dog and a wolf, but we could go cat and boar, or we might even come up with something else. And then the last companion is going to be the gold dwarf, who's normally a barbarian, and we're going to respec, of course, into ranger. And animals for them, I thought, was probably going to be rat and bear. But as I said, it's all pretty fluid, because you can change at any time what the animal companion is, and there's no penalty, there's no issues. You can just recast the spell and summon another one. So we may play around at one point with having, for example, everybody having a bear, if the game will let you. Things like that. And as things go on, I might decide that, no, I prefer this animal companion for this person and this animal companion for that person, and so forth. So we'll go on like that. So we're quite well set up here. Short bow, no melee weapons, which is interesting. But you normally only start the game with one weapon anyway, so kind of makes sense. This goblin really has much on them. I don't think I even want to waste the time with that guy up there. I think there is something you can do with that guy. No, sorry. I've got to kill it. I cannot not kill the no matter what. What? How can you say that missed? There we go. At least we don't have to go and pick up arrows or anything. That is one good thing. Unrealistic, but good. Sometimes having to manage ammunition in games like this is just so annoying. Let's get on with it. Wonderful. Not really worth me doing much more at the moment. And you can't, unfortunately, cast your familiar inside the prologue. A little bit disappointing, but... Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I don't really want to save them anyway. They don't deserve to be saved. They are an abomination.
Victory awaits. You bow or you break.
Good. And miss. Wonderful. There we go.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
Surprisingly adequate.
Now,
yes.
to the helm.
Now, in reference to his great-great-grand uncle Montolio DeBrouchee, Mooshie is going to use similar equipment. So we are going to use longbows once we can get one. But for now, we're going to use the light crossbow because it does more damage. And for melee weapons, we are going to use a sword and shield, or scimitar and shield. We're not going to use a longsword because we get no bonus from that. We're going to be using a finesse weapon, so it'll probably be a scimitar and shield, or a short sword, depending on what we find. But we want a finesse weapon and shield because Montolio DeBrouchee used sword and shield when he fought in hand-to-hand combat. There is apparently, I never got far enough in Baldur's Gate 2 to find it, but there is apparently a artifact called Mooshie's Cloak or Mooshie's Cape, which is supposed to be Montolio DeBrouchee's cape, and I think it gives you a bonus to two-weapon combat. And it says that Montolio or Mooshie was an expert at two-weapon combat, but he wasn't. I think we're gonna... No, let's just kill them. There we go. What have you got for me? A ring. Very nice. And what have you got? Some gold. I don't want a tin cup. Thank you very much. Take that.
Nuggets will be done.
Oops.
No time to rest. I never wanted the easy path.
Something's gone wrong with my... Oh. In turn-based combat. That's what went wrong with my trolls. Still not going to do this thing. Just want to get through this as quickly as possible. I never pick up this slave mine. I'm sure there's probably something you can do with it, but it just seems like it's just junk to sell more than anything.
But for what?
Now, there is actually... When I was looking at this guide, one of the things it said to do is carry a candle on your character, and then at the start of combat, drop the candle next to you on the ground, and then you can use the flame from the candle to dip your weapon and get a flaming weapon, which does like 1 extra fire damage or something like that. So we might give that a try at some point. My understanding is that it does work on arrows as well, you know, bows, so you can dip your weapon and
The console appears dormant. The console hums.
It'll work for your arrows.
Suddenly, then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Or thought you feel a shiver runs across your mind.
I thought that damn thing.
Your mind.
My head. Trust me, I'll keep up. Shut up. She's right.
Lead on, let's go. Alright.
We're nearing the helm. Hoopy Kenyan. Do it.
Right.
We need to get out of here now.
Victory awaits.
Switch to the arrow, please. Critical hit. Perfect.
My path be true. Let me strike true.
Right. Let's dash. I find it actually rather strange that, you know, there's hotkeys for jump, hide. Well, hide not so much, but jump, shove, and throw. And yet the thing that I find myself doing the most, particularly in combat, is dashing. And I wish there was a key combination for that. I'm sure I can set one up if I really, really want to. But it just, by default, I really would have thought that that was something that was just in the game. Because it seems like that's what you do the most of. I guess I could I could try and set that up, couldn't I? Keybind, is there a dash? No. So what I would have to do, I don't know, I just find that ridiculous. Like, that is so short-sighted. What I have to do is, for every character, I have to go to custom, and then I have to drag this somehow. It's not even going to let me do it. Drag action spells and items from the character sheet. So I've got to go up to, I guess, here. And common. And drag that into there. And if it's in the right... How about you go into the right position? So that's position 1. I should set the reactions properly as well. So now if I hit 1, I'm going to dash. Do I have to... Am I already...
On I go.
Yeah. The problem is I've got to do that for every character. I've got to set all that up.
Light on my feet.
I will ascend. Taking a look.
I guess I will try and set this up. No. How about we just get all of those? Thank you. Here's the other thing that I would like. There was a really great feature in Sword Coast Legends. I've actually gotten through that game. I played it offline as an entire party of spellcasters, and it worked brilliantly. But one of the interesting things it had was it had the ability to set what your default action, because it's a real-time with pause, it's not a turn-based. But still, even in turn-based, like at the moment, it's assuming that every single one of my characters is going to be using some form of physical attack. It would be good if, even just with these two here, if I could say, set that to be Firebolt as the backup weapon. Right? So if I switched to ranged, it was going to use Firebolt rather than, well, nothing at the moment. Because having to come and click on Firebolt and do that when I want, like if I'm playing a sorcerer or a wizard or a warlock here, I really want a cantrip to be the default action that I take in combat. I don't want to have to continually click on one. I want to just say, you know, Eldritch Blast if I'm a warlock, Firebolt or Ray of Frost or whatever I've got set up for my wizard, and similarly for my because even one of these is actually a cantrip, isn't it? Yeah, Sacred Flame is a cantrip. I would like to have that set as my default ranged action, and then all I have to do is switch between ranged and non-ranged, and even then I'd like to be able to set my ranged to be my melee for a spellcaster to be a melee spell, like Burning Hands, Shocking Grasp, things like that, you know? And you could do that in Sword Coast Legends, and I felt that was a really good feature, but you can't do that in this game, and I would like to be able to. I think that would be a very, very good feature for them to implement.
Keep going! Get to the transponder!
No, I don't think I will. We're gonna just loot some more bodies, I think.
Got to press on.
No, maybe not. We'll do it next time. There's going to be nothing on that, and this lesser imp is probably going to have almost nothing. We won't worry about that, so let's just do it now. Alright, we're through.
The Helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
Alrighty. First things first, let's get our familiar out. Well, get through the...
As you wake, the tadpoles are kept and you'll need to the tadpole.
Alright. Where is he? Raven. They can blind enemies. They only have... All of these familiars have very minimal health. I think it's the crab has maybe 4 hit points, and the rest have usually 1 or 2. So I think Quoth only has 2 hit points. Yes. They do have an attack of opportunity, so we want to turn that on. And they're going to die in combat. There's no doubt about it. But they can fly, which is a good action. And they only do 1 damage when they attack, but, you know, it...
I've got a long road ahead.
The ability to potentially blind an opponent, not to be sneezed at. And if they die... Now, this is the good thing. If you remember from... I don't know about Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I don't think I ever used familiars in there. But in Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2, if your familiar died, you actually got quite a hefty penalty for a significant amount of time afterwards. It was something to be very careful of. Let's get rid of some of this stuff that we're not going to need to be carrying on us for right now. And that, send all of that to camp. We're going to send that to camp. And there shouldn't be anything in there, which there isn't. There we go. Let's come over and talk to Shadowheart. Now, as a ranger, we're not going to be using stealth here, anywhere. And that's purely because we know how much stealth sucks in this game. As much as I would love to be using stealth...
You're alive. I'm alive.
For my mental health, I do not do it.
How is this possible? True. First, we might have escaped, but we need each other.
All right.
One thing, it would have been lead the way.
Leading the way indeed. Oh, a hammer. I don't really want a hammer. I don't know that it has any use, and it's only worth a gold, so it doesn't feel like it's worth picking up. And even though I can... Yes, we get a nice hat. Oh, there we go. It is sort of a wizardy hat, but still, it's a hat. We are eventually going to get better armor than the leather that we're wearing. We can wear better armor. We can wear up to medium, which might be worthwhile for us. Now, there is one of the starting traits that you can take, one of the... It's not the Natural Explorer ones, I don't think. It's one of the other ones. There is one which you can take, which actually gives you the ability to wear heavy armor, but we're not going to be using that on any of our characters because there is no heavy armor. Well, there might be some enchanted heavy armor, but there's no normal heavy armor which gets your bonus from dexterity. And because we're all going to be playing as dexterity-based rangers, because we are all going to be archers, there's no sense in any of us doing that. Now, I could build one of these guys as a strength-based ranger and have them use melee weapons, but the whole idea here is to have our animal companions be the melee, and we are going to just sit back and shoot holes into everybody while our animal companions and our familiars get in there and... I almost said do the dirty work. It's not really dirty work, but you know what I'm saying. I've done this before in other games. It's a wonderful way to do things. Let's just put a full save in because we haven't done that yet, have we? it's a wonderful way to play, having an entire party of rangers.
More of those.
Having an entire party play using ranged weapons is definitely a really good thing to do. Done that before, as we know, in other games, and it worked brilliantly in Baldur's Gate 1. I haven't gotten far enough into Baldur's Gate 2 to see whether it really works or not. I need to do that again. Send that to camp. Right. Let's try this. Let's drop that item. And then we've got our... Why is it not lit? Oh, use. There we go. I kind of feel... So I can't dip my weapon prior to combat? Oh no, there it is, there. Oh, let's try that again. Let's put that there. Let's use it. Let's dip our weapon in it. And then shoot that guy.
Better stay back.
Yeah, did an extra 1 point of fire damage. But overall, we didn't kill him. Not a lot more I can do in this round. Let's... What do you mean not enough movement? You can fly all the way over to there. Okay, don't then. How about just go over to there for the moment? Next round. Actually, these guys are invulnerable to blinding because they don't have any eyes. I remember I did a little test playthrough of this and was not able to blind them. So I'm better off just leaving Quoth out of the battle. See, that's his name, Quoth. Quoth the Raven. Nevermore. Alright, these guys are in melee range now, so let's not use missile weapons in melee range because you get a disadvantage. See? Disadvantage. Disadvantage because he's within melee range of me, so let's not do that. And instead... let's do that. And as soon as we can get a shield... we are going to... wow, I didn't expect him to be able to do that much damage. I thought he could only do 1 point of damage. The other thing that I want to see is if... maybe not the familiar, but if the animal companions... Combat isn't ended. I thought... oh, no, we just leveled up, that's all. Alright. I want to see if the animal companions can pick anything up. I feel that would be interesting.
You fight well.
All
Perhaps
right,
our survival
we got a
isn't
level.
such a distant problem.
So, spells. This is where it's going to get interesting. Some of these spells are actually really good for rangers. Ensnaring Strike if you've seen me playing a lot, you know I don't like concentration spells, right? But because we're going to be at range, I don't know, maybe not such a big deal. Hail of Thorns, though, seems like a really good spell. Hunter's Mark requires concentration. I almost feel like I want, maybe not animal friendship, because there's not, early game, I don't really remember there being that many animals that try and attack you. And I don't think this would work with the warg that's amongst all of the goblins that attack the entrance to the druid camp. But speaking with animals, we definitely want that ability. So a spell to do that is really nice. And then I think I'm going to take Hail of Thorns as my other option there. And then fighting style, we're just all going to pick archery. That's just the way it's going to be. So that gives us a +2. I can't remember if it's +2 to hit and damage, or if it's just +2 to damage. I don't care about your spells. Normally I get rid of some of these spells because I don't like them and don't use them, but we're not going to use you in our party forever, so I don't care right now. Let me just... I didn't mean to be hiding. Let me just double check the archery fighting style. +2 to ranged weapon attacks. Okay, so it's only to damage, to hit, not to damage. Right. Very good. Okay. I think one of these guys usually has something on them, but the rest don't. That one over there almost never has, so I don't think I'm even going to bother doing anything. This body. Yeah, take all of that. Take all of that. Up there. That. And diluted oil of sharpness. Okay, okay.
Light on my feet.
I think rather than trying to pick this lock, I mean, we do have a fairly good chance of picking the lock, but because we don't have any training in it, and that's something that I might give one of my rangers, I might give them the skill of, whichever that skill is. What is it again? Sleight of hand? Yes. I might give someone a bonus in that. Just, they're not going to be as good as an actual rogue, but just to be able to, I mean, I can always save scum, I suppose. So like I can lockpick this, but you can also just attack it. So if I get guidance from Shadowheart, and it only needs to 5 or higher. It's just when I was doing this as a test the other day, I rolled a natural 1 and of course went, lost a lockpick for no real reason. Do I want to wear this hat, this helmet, this leather helmet, rather than this wonderful hat that I've got on? I just don't know. See, this doesn't feel like a Mooshie DeBrouchee to me, whereas that does. Well, maybe. Another hat might be a little bit better, even. I don't like the wizardy sort of bent tip on that hangs back there, but this is more of a Mooshie hat as far as I'm concerned, than the helmet. We might change our mind later and go with the helmet, but for now, no. Let's get a Starian in our party. I don't think he's going to be in there long. We're probably going to kick him out rather quickly.
Hurry! There, in the grass. There.
Just a dumb boar. You're relieved until you see the flash of a dagger.
Oh, I'll make you eat that knife.
Your mind. You tried.
What the hand to think? Mine, is that so? Although, well, yes, of course. And all right.
Okay, he's in the party. Let's level him up. Set, done. We probably... Actually, I won't give him the helmet, but I will just give him another dagger. For now, he can keep the short bow. I don't need him to be any better than that. I'll take that, and I'll take those. And we will send that to camp. And in fact, let's send that to camp, and that to camp, and even that to camp. I'm tempted to take that shield off of Shadowheart and use it for myself as my backup weapon set, but I'll let her have it for the moment because she might end up being in combat and need it more than I do. That's the potion of flying.
There, a mind flayer, and it's hurt.
That thing's
For long,
bound
it's
to
not.
be dangerous, even if it... Just be careful.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Right.
Those goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I actually find it interesting that these goblin scimitars do the same damage as a normal scimitar. I would have thought that they did like 1 or 2 points less because they're so crude. You know, like rather than doing 1d6 plus 3, it would be 1d6 plus 2. You know? Because I've seen that happen in other games at times. Let's just get rid of all this extra junk that we're not really going to use right now. That. And that. And look, even that, really. Send to camp. Wonderful. And we got all of that. Send to camp. And that. Send to camp. Wonderful. Alright, let's get Gale.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters.
A hand? Anyone?
I'm not really going to have much good at this. A natural 1. Critical failure.
Harder! Come on, put your back into it!
Alright, finally.
That's it! Go on! Keep
What
pulling!
happens if you just fail to do it? So most of the other companions, well, I don't know actually, but if you just completely ignore Shadowheart,
Hello.
she still ends. You still end up
Gale
finding
of
her at some
Waterdeep.
point.
Apologies. I'm usually better at this. A bit. Say, but I know you. And I can only assume you don't have
You seem to...
most, no doubt. But I find myself hoping to be, as we're most certainly going to need a healer. Oh, it was an act of
So I don't know what to do here. The guide that I've been looking at, you know, I know this first part of the game back to front, done it a lot of times, don't have a problem with it. But the guide that I have looked at this time does not say anything about this ruin over here, the ruined temple, except the fact that you need to do it, but they don't say in their guide when to do it. They basically talk about, actually, they talk about coming over here, getting Gale, and then going back for Astarion. So rather than going outside and coming back in of the wrecked ship, you just go straight down the middle, interact with the Mind Flayer. They don't actually talk about just straight up sniping it from a distance. But anyway, you do that, and then you come here, you get Gale, and then they're like, oh, if you want another companion, you can go back through the ship and pick up Astarion, and then you come up this way and you get Lizelle. And then they talk about going over to the Grove, which is what I think I'm going to do. I'm just going to try and see how much of the Grove I can get. Like, I want to see how quickly I can get to level 3. Because it's not until I get... Well, I have to rescue Withers to be able to add hirelings to my party. And Withers is in there. But if I can get to level 3, that's when I get my animal companion. And it would be nice to do all of that with my animal companion. I don't think it's going to happen. So it might be better to do this now and maybe, like, get rid of, I don't know, Astarion and have Lizelle. It's, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the best option in here is, because I don't want Astarion, I don't want Lizelle, and the only one I really want in my party at the moment is Gale.
Zoru was right.
Everyone else
Yellow as
is
a toad,
evil
twice
trash.
as ugly.
The thing's dangerous.
And if it
Your skull.
Get rid of them.
Let's give it a try. Let's add a bonus. See how we do. We did it. Good.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say. The tadpole hasn't yet scrubbed, but the long... My
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let...
Make space, and my might is yours.
Take a stance, please.
But
Ready for battle. You
I'll trust your
were sharp. Come, a crash.
Yeah, look, shut up, both of you. Neither of you are really all of that good that I want you in my party, so stop fighting and let's get on with it. No, I meant to do that. You have that and that, which can go to camp. And you have that, which can go to camp. And you have that, which can go to camp. And send that to camp. And send that to camp. And all of that equipment is good enough. Right, let's go and pick up that bow. And send it to camp, because we don't need it. Quick save. It really is ridiculous how easy it is
Fall by my hand.
to basically kill all of these people without it even launching combat. And I'm not even doing this from stealth. did start combat there with the last guy. Are you going to be able to get to him? If I use fly, can I get you? Close enough to blind him. Doesn't look like you managed to blind him. Alright. Actually, I didn't use Ren Vision. I think it just used his normal beak attack.
Swords meet sorcery.
Can you put him to sleep? Out of sight. Alright. I don't think it's going to matter what I do. They're all going to be out of sight then, surely. No, alright.
Swift and lethal.
Would have thought that was climbable. I guess not.
On the move.
Can you shoot him from there? You can. Attack of opportunity. Thank you. Sneaky little blighter using jump to get out of... I would have thought that if you tried to jump while standing in a pile of grease, the chance of you falling and hurting yourself would have been even more. But apparently not. There we go. Alright. Now, what we do want to do, though, is we want to grab you. I want to have you get rid of all of these angle vines. So that they're not going to annoy us the entire time we're here. We might as well do it for this as well. I can't remember if there's any more out here. Not really.
These things have stayed interesting.
We haven't found the shovel yet. Shovel is down over there. All of that. Nothing in there. All of that.
Breathe deep and move.
Backpack. Let's grab the shovel. There's no way we're going to get through that door. So we're going to have to come down this hole. But let's first of all just finish looting around here. So there's just this chest here that I want to loot. And then the two buried chests. One out here.
That's curious.
And the one here.
That's curious.
We'll get that later. Alright. prefer not to jump down this hole, but I think it's the only way we can go. Because I don't like my chance. Well, let's see what the odds are of picking this. I wish there was a way to back out of the picking interface after you get into it. Because once I decide to lockpick and see how hard it's going to be... Oh, it's only going to be a 7. Alright. We might be able to do this. Yeah, alright, we got in. But I just don't feel like there's ever a way to get out of the interface once you get into it. Did we have a shield off any of these guys yet? No, we didn't. Holy water, detect thoughts can go away. That can go, that can go. That's not of use to any of us. Alright. Send to camp. Send to camp. Everybody else is good. Quick save. Through the door.
You're dead!
Wow. There we go. Blinded. That's what we wanted.
Unleash me.
And we should have done a short rest. Just to give everybody that little bit of health back from that last fight.
Should get some rest. I need to keep sharp.
I don't know why she thinks she needs rest. She hasn't used any of her spells.
I wonder what the next move is.
She's got unlimited cantrips.
Your desire?
Gale's used a spell. Which spell did I use with him? Oh, Grease, that's right.
Blackets will be done.
Let's grab that. Alright.
Shut it.
Let's just move Quoth over there where he's not going to immediately get hit.
Let's go.
That worked. Way better than I had hoped. Didn't affect you. So the mage is still around. The barbarian is still around. And one rogue. Probably going to be an archer as well. Let's move you over to there.
One can't always be a gentleman.
How about you get some armor on, I think.
Ready.
Guiding bolt, 75%, 80%.
Focus, straight through.
Beautiful. And then let's just just get you out of the doorway a little bit so that someone else can have a chance. I could have used her protection spell on her and didn't, and that may have been a mistake.
I will not know failure.
Wonderful. No, I won't take that at the moment.
Can't even catch my breath. Hope your soul is in good hands.
Ooh, that wasn't enough to kill.
Death is but a word away.
You can't get close enough to do that, eh? Where can you move to in this turn? You can't get through the door. Right. If I come
Survival
back
is all that matters.
to me, I can cancel end of turn and I can move him out of the doorway. And then I can come back to you and you can get to there,
Light them up.
which might just be close enough. Kill the wizard. And there we go. Take all of that.
To keep going.
What else? We've got another body there. 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 And grab the thieves' tools. And through here. I have these two dead bodies. And two, and one of them has the shield that I want. There we go. Let's sort all this. That. Yeah, don't want that. Don't want any of these. Scale mail. I think I want that. Me. That away. Yeah. So send all that to camp. There we go. 18 AC. Very nice. Send that to camp. And then send all of that to camp. There we go. There's that chest there, and it doesn't have everything that I want, so we'll leave it alone. There won't be anybody in here, and it's really no sense searching anywhere else except for this chest here, which has absolute junk in it, and this chest here, which has mostly junk in it.
Yes. I'm getting a distinct one.
Actually, I mean, this is one of the few places early game where this is actually useful because we are against undead. Maybe I will use those. But we have a minor problem right now. In that the one person that we really need in our party is not in our party. So we are going to have to go to camp and swap out and get a Starian in our party. Where are you? There you are. I need you in the party, old chap.
I am enjoying, in a very look at me twice and I'll dismember you kind of. Perhaps if you lost a follower or two, I prefer. Well, in that.
We do need another short rest.
Patched up. Pushing on.
Yep. Let's switch to a Starian.
Don't touch me.
And in fact, let's split him out of the group completely and just do all of this by himself. Actually, no, that's probably not the good way to do things. Because
A trap.
Starian cannot necessarily always discover all of the traps.
A trap. This place is more dangerous
If
than
we
I
can
thought.
discover them all first and then move outside,
This place is trapped.
he can come in and loot or disable all of the traps. There we go.
Trust no one.
So now this is safer. Actually, just in case. I don't think he's going to need any of them. But they do add a bonus. Oh, by the way, if you are playing this and you don't have a rogue in your party, you don't have a Starian and you don't want to go and get him, there is another way to do all of this safely. And that is, if you grab these vases, these vases, whatever, and you put an object on basically every one of those traps, right? If you do that, it stops, because what happens, the way the traps work is if you don't disable this trap and you open this up, each one of the gargoyle heads will shoot a fireball towards here. At the same time, each of these will spew out a bunch of oil, which will ignite. And this whole inner section in here just erupts into flames. But if you have something sitting on top of each one of these, they no longer spew out the oil. And so it's just 8 different fireballs that fly out. And you can come over and hit this button, which turns off the traps reasonably safely without dying. You know, there is a chance that you can do that if you don't have a Starian in your party, or if you're playing on a really hard difficulty and you have failed some of the traps. You failed to be able to disarm them, and so, you know, your only option is to just block off all of these and hope for the best. I know at the lesser difficulties, if you fail to the traps don't, at least in here, the traps don't go off if you fail on some of the easier difficulties. I don't know what it's like on the harder difficulties, whether the traps can be triggered and can potentially kill you. But yeah, on the easier difficulties, it's not dangerous to fail to do one of the traps. That should be everything except for this. Now you've got to make sure you right click and go disarm, because if you just click normally it'll open it. And there we go. Alright, let's get the party back together.
Let's get going.
And let's come in here and loot the place. Let's grab the sarcophagi first. So yeah, I won't be using heavy armor because you get no dexterity bonus from it. So we'll just sell that, which is, you know, kind of disappointing, but as I said, there is an ability that I can take at first level of a ranger that will actually give you the ability to wear heavy armor, but it's not worth it unless you're playing a melee ranger, and we're not. All of our rangers are going to be archers. Another shield, which is nice because I'm probably going to have at least one.
Strange coin.
Hireling rangers also have sword and shield. And let's get into here. All of that. Did I think there's another body I missed. Is it over here? Yes, I missed that one. But it's just a body. Alright. Did do that chest, didn't I? Yes, I did.
Armed scribes. No sign of a struggle.
I wonder what was so subversive about their words that they commanded protection.
With haste. Looks like someone wanted to bury their secrets.
Actually, I haven't tried to look at that with a ranger before. Let's see. Normally I give it to Gale.
Is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
Yeah, I've only got those options. Let's give it to Gale.
applaud your taste.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive
If I
lot.
remember, this is the easier option. Even though you get more bonuses from this, you get +7. I think the roll you need here is higher than what this one is. See, this one's only a roll of 10, and I can get guidance from Shadowheart as well. And that worked. But the other one, I think the bonus is you have to roll like a 15, I think, with Arcana.
As the lock opens, what was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what? Gods. The last 3 entire
You can't get rid of that damn pop-up. So all I wanted to do was move this stuff to camp, and I couldn't because this is in the way. Covering things. Oh, you've got that. Send to camp. Thank you.
Still breathing, despite
Right.
everything.
We have a whole bunch of stuff here to send to camp. Smoke powder bomb I'll keep on me. I don't need that. All those, or that, or that, or that, or that, I said I was going to use those, didn't I? Let's not forget about that. Let's actually do that. I think Shadowheart actually has that spell as well, doesn't she? She does, but she hasn't learnt it. Not prepared. Alright. Let's go back to camp. Let's get rid of Astarion and switch back to Lizelle, who I thought was over there, but there she is.
I'll see what I can learn.
No, no, no.
No one's stopped me yet.
Chatter already?
Join me,
Make
please.
space, and my might
yes,
is
yes.
yours.
Astarion.
Well chosen.
Let's move you up to there. And let's go back. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is we are going to use... Oh, hang on, let's come back out of here. Make sure we're basically ready to do this. So, search him, grab all of that, search that chest, grab that. Let's come back down
One day
here.
I'll catch a break.
A monument to a forgotten god. How quaint.
That sounds like fun. Right, let's get up here.
Something over there.
So, we're going to use that on you. And then that on you. And then maybe that on you. Quick save. Hit the button.
Let them come. The darkness can be to our advantage.
Quoth, you can stay there for the moment, I think. Can you reach him with a golden bolt?
Your time has come.
Wonderful. And then you cast that as well. And you're done for as far as spells go. I am going to... I want to stay up here. That's the problem. Because if I move down, I lose my advantage of the height. So let's leave you there. And quite frankly, you already have mage armor on, so you don't need anything else. Yeah. How about you get down there, and then excuse me, emergency mute. Okay, you didn't kill him. Action surge, no. Healing, no. End your turn. Damn rays of frost. I don't think blinding these guys works either, so I'm just going to leave Quoth back up there. Let's use Sacred Flame. But I think I'm also going to move you down there to further threaten him.
No choice but to keep going.
You shoot this guy outside normal range, so I get disadvantage. That is bullcrap. Like, you cannot tell me that I would have. In fact, I could probably in real life make that shot with my eyes closed. That distance, because that is nothing. Beautiful.
A tale for the ages.
And you don't really have... Oh, you can do a witch bolt. You're going to move down the stairs a little bit. Let's try that. I never really use this spell very much. Ah, but here's the thing. Even though I'm silenced, will that stop me from using it again? I don't think it will. Movement reduced due to Ray of Frost. Alright. That's fine. What? I didn't say attack that spot. God, this interface is a piece of shit. Alright. Ah, you missed.
Talk to me.
Alright.
Feel my mistress's wrath.
Oh, damn it. I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to see if using resending a bolt down there required him to not be silenced. Like, I wasn't sure if silence was going to stop him from doing that. Feels like it shouldn't.
No time
But
for
I know
mercy.
the way the game works, and it wouldn't surprise me that it would.
Victory is assured.
So over here, I can activate the Witch Bolt. Alright, good. That worked.
I will ascend.
I've never been able to use that. Every other time I've tried to use that spell,
I will not know
the
fear.
target died either from the initial witch bolt or immediately
Have a
after
look
it.
at the loot. It isn't for your pockets.
You know, somebody
only.
else ended up killing the target. Don't quite have enough to level up yet. Maybe. Oh, why did I press that
It won't
again?
move.
Maybe after
lot of
talking to
effort to
Withers,
hide
we
one
will
sock
get enough
off
to
of
level up. Let's put that on before we forget about it. That, and that, and that. We'll go to camp. Thank you. Alright, let's get Withers out.
So, what? Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal? An arbiter of certain. Wilt thou answer? So, I ask again. What is. And there we will.
No, that wasn't enough to get a level. And we're still quite a way away. Alright. Fire resistance and dark vision potions. Send to camp. I'm never going to use the dark vision. Let's send that to camp as well. I'm not going to use half this stuff. We know that. That's the way it is with these games, but... Alright. So, after the fight at the Grove, we are probably going to get our level. Maybe not, but we'll see. Are you coming, Quoth? You are. Good. Couldn't see him. Right here. And where's the body? We're standing on it. Right there. Yeah.
Very well.
Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Augusto will affix the Zafisk, the Purifier, to our heads.
Its magic will quell the parasite in an instant.
All right.
I hear shouting up ahead.
Yeah, that's nice. We're going to go around here and we're going to
Music
discover
to
this
give Yankee ears.
sigil, just so that we've got it on the map. Waypoint discovered. Very nice. That's all we need to do. Click save. Which way do I want to do this? Actually, I want to do it from high ground. Let's come up here. We're mostly using ranged, so this is going to give us some good advantages.
Open the bloody. What's goblin? Damnable and suck.
Alright, I'm going to have to use melee weapons, because this guy is right in my face. And then I'm going to get to there. Actually, I'm going to get to there. Why don't you try and kill that guy for me, please? Beautiful. Now we are unopposed up here.
My sickle and sword!
Quoth, you're really not going to do much for me, I'm afraid. I mean, I could get you to fly down and attack some of these guys. We'll see in a moment. But for right now, I'll keep you there. Alright. What's the most effective spell
Knight to King 5.
Gale can use from here? Oh. Well, apart from maybe something... Burning Hands or Sleep. Let's give him the Sleep spell. What has that got? 18. That's good enough.
Taking position.
Why do you have disadvantage on shooting him outside normal range? Alright, kill the boss then. You only did 4 damage. I thought because he's asleep that's supposed to be an automatic... Oh no, you only get advantage. And that's advantage on the hit, not on the damage. Well, that's annoying. Alright. My turn. No. And yes, actually, let's use... That does damage to all caught in the explosion. Maybe not. Because we have a couple of people there we don't want to kill. I probably should have used Firebolt there because he could save against that. We didn't need the healing that much that was really all that worthwhile. Can I fly down to these guys? We can. So how about you fly down to there? You're then able to do... Yeah, and even though I was trying to rend your vision and make you blind, I didn't need to because I killed you instead. And I doubt... Well, you do have the range. Critical miss on the bugbear.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
that wasn't enough to get a level.
A brazen attack for such lowly creatures. They must have been seeking something. Or someone.
There must be more, wherever they came from.
What else? We got that guy over there.
It's been a long day. I'll need to rest soon.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna rest in a minute. Police. Alright. I think that's everything. So actually, that's probably not a bad idea. Let's rest here before we go inside. Lozelle wants to talk, and that's it. All right.
A monster forms inside us. Be quick about your rest. We must locate a crash. The parrot should have sing.
Right. Once again, I think that's poor game design for her to be saying that. But you know.
We meet again. I shall be here in my camp. There are many answers to that question. Correct. No. Amending. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will. A matter of coin.
All right. And you want to talk?
What were you two talking about?
Next steps.
I'd be careful
You're
with
so-
Lozelle.
You don't trust
You seem
her.
reliable.
Yeah.
I think good.
All right. We have more stuff to put away. We will end up selling all of this stuff later. Maybe. Oh, God damn it! I hate it when it does that because there's no easy way to fix that cursor. Because you think it's fixed here, and then suddenly you'll go into like your inventory. Oh no. Well, I've had it where you'd think it's fixed and the next minute it's back again. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it's fixed, maybe it's not. Let's go to bed. What else, please? Full rest. Again, that system of having to use 40, whether you've got one person in the camp or 20 people in the camp, is silly. But it is what it is. None of this game makes any sense, and complaining about it isn't going to change anything. Alright, let's head in. Let's do a full save. Emerald Grove. There we go. Let's talk to these guys.
There are children here, you fool! You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too. And who the hell chose them? Well, I did. Please.
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow. With a thunk, the armored man...
Enough. We need to pack up and leave.
For once.
Let's try.
Now that... Thank you for your help out. Well met. Whatever... This attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been... We can't stay, but we'll be slow... You... Perhaps you could persuade her. We'd owe you a... You'll find the...
First, I'm...
He's gone. Let's go up here and rescue the tiefling from the hobgoblin assassin.
Good thing we were here.
Yeah. It would be good.
Somehow miss. No, I didn't take the shot yet.
Best be on my way.
A little bit closer. How about you fly to... You fly to around behind him. Perfect. And then rend his vision, please. Blinded. Perfect.
Need to stay focused.
How about you come to, say,
Heading
there, then use a firebolt. Advantage, because he can't see, and we get our level. Yes, that's what we needed. Alright, let's level up before we do anything else. Okay, so the game is going to give us the Beast Master subclass, which is exactly what we want. With our Ranger Companion. We get one more spell. I am thinking... It is tempting to get Cure Wounds. But I think we're going to have plenty of healing potions, so I might get... Yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's level up everybody else. We don't really care. She can take battle I like the champion improved crit better than the Battle Master stuff, but we're not going to be really using her very much. I just don't know which of these to pick, because none of them really sound great. Yeah, no, we'll do that. No, we're not going to do anything with you. You're fine. Don't really care. And the new spells for you, I do care about these a little bit. Let's go with Scorching Ray, it's an evocation, and Melf's, yeah, Melf's Acid Arrow, because it's another evocation. Right, but how are we doing for money? 412, that's not enough. Okay. Let's take one of that. Let's talk to you.
You have good timing. But let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin. You all care to explain why you reek of the hells? Well, Here, it's a soul wrapped up in a terrible iron package. Don't ask. I hope it brings you better luck.
Yeah, no, it won't. Why is...
Looking ahead.
There we go. Send to camp. Send to camp. Send to camp. Send to camp. I don't know why those are suddenly grayed out like that. I'm not going to question it at this point. I don't think I'm the best person to view the telescope, but let's just do it anyway, because I want to get it over and done with.
Through the telescope.
Perception. I do have a bonus to perception, so actually I am quite good at that. There we go, we made the roll. See the dragon, not that it matters. I don't know whether you ever get to interact with the dragon or not, but we know there's one off there to the west.
You see a red dragon. Tyrannical, greedy, and...
Let's leave. We don't need to look at the other locations. All right, let's go. We're going to go and sell some stuff first. Ooh. Let's talk to the squirrel, chipmunk, whatever he might be. Squirrel.
Get out!
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
What was it? Calm down, I'm a friend.
You barged in without an invitation. I wouldn't call that friendly. See, you're in my territory, and I want you gone.
All right, you win, I'm leaving.
Better not catch you round here again.
All right. Fine. See if I care. Let's grab this stuff. And this stuff. And we'll come down here. Do a full save in the hollow as well. Talk to Aaron and...
Well met. Is there anything you need?
Oh, hang on.
Act fast if you do.
Yeah, we're not ready for that yet. We need to go to camp and pick up a whole bunch of stuff first.
There are important matters to discuss.
And I haven't got my animal companion out yet. I should do that. Let's grab all of these. Alright. The stuff that I'm going to sell to... What's his face? Let's move all of that down there. Let's equip that. And let's put that down there. It's tempting to grab this and take this with me. I normally don't, but there is some good stuff. Good. There is some stuff that you can do with it. I don't think I want that. I'm never going to remember to use that. I don't need that. That's too situational. 2 potions of mind reading. I don't think I'm ever going to need. Don't need that. That's not going to be any use. I don't like that. Let's grab all these daggers for a start. Let's ignore the rest of the weapons for the moment. Let's grab all the torches. Let's grab those. All of those. Actually, let's grab all of those. How am I doing for carrying capacity? Oh, plenty. Bottle. Oh. Caustic bulb, all of that. That's all food. Let's grab all of these. Let's grab that. Let's grab those. Let's grab that. Pick up all of those. Alright, we're never going to use that. So we're definitely going to sell that. We don't want any of those, so we'll sell them. We don't want that. We might as well sell all of those, and I don't think I'm going to use those. No. It's not finessable, so we're not going to really do all that great with that. So I think we'll sell that as well. None of us is going to use that. And quite frankly, we're not going to be able to carry all of these, but none of us need any of those. Well, actually... let's keep a couple just in case. I'm going to sell that. I don't need all of it. Actually, we don't need any of those. I don't need like 3 of these, but we're going to keep them for the moment. I'm not going to be using those, so let's pick those up as well. Alright. That covers most of the stuff for right now. So let's head back. Sell as much of this as we can.
Need anything else? Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Alright. Send that to camp. Right. What don't we want? Hill Giant Strength, Animal Speaking, Featherfall, Mind Reading, Detect Thoughts, Mage Armor, Ray of Enfeeblement. We'll keep the Grease. Actually, we might keep a couple of the daggers. Just no, we don't need them. Don't keep them, Tony. Just stay on target. Can I sell all of that to you? Is that less than 570? No. Damn it. I hate how it does that. Let's get rid of the junk back here first. That, all of those, that, and that. So, alright. That, and that, and that. That, those bottles, sell. That, those, that, and those, sell. Let's get rid of those, and that, sell. 54. Sell both of that, and that's exactly how much money you had. All right. Actually, I'm going to send that to camp.
Sylvanus, guide your path.
Hells!
I'll not. Can we all?
What's these?
Or yell louder. That's fine too. What?
This. Thank you, Roland.
Let's talk to the ox because we can.
Another one. The key there, and I cannot even eat it because the horned ones hiding. Sometimes I.
Take your time. Get a feel for it. you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint. I suppose I did. Yes. I had quite a druid or two, I suppose. But the novelty remains fresh.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears.
No. You are incapable. I'd so love to see them try. I'll tell you this much. Now, that's all. Nothing here for you.
All right. Did all of that. What's in that backpack? Nothing. Yay.
Give it a good whack. And again.
Go on. No. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. Well met.
The man, you are the Your
shit.
Advocatus dia.
She's out there now. But sorry, but there's no room for me. A splendid plan.
Back at the camp to talk to you.
I saw you at a few words for the kids. Spare a story or two. Thanks.
Step, parry, strike, damn it!
Nothing. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword. He was only a boy. And I just... You really know what you're... Oh, yes. I'll hope, but I'll keep at it.
It gives you something with the axe, that's right. I kept mentioning I didn't get my ranger companion out. Let's get our I love how the kids flock to him, and you can see, I wish I had wings like that. And another one starts talking about his beak. So this guy is called Corvus. Yeah, that's about it, really. He's called Corvus. Where do we go over here? I don't think there's anything I need. Nothing. Oh, a bit of cheese. In there. In there. There's in there. Stuff there. Alright. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, I haven't talked to this rat yet. Let's talk to the rat.
You're an idiot.
How much farther can I go?
Stay back, or else.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Just get back. Ow! Oh, my tooth. It's the front one. I've chipped it on the evil thing.
What evil thing?
In the box. Follow me, I'll show you.
Oh. Right. I don't go in there, so we'll leave that alone. I'm not going into someone's locked house. But it's an interesting little side quest nonetheless. Let's talk to Damon.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. My selection's pretty slim. I
See
did
your
most of my
wares.
cooking
Alright,
elsewhere.
so we're going to sell that. We're going to sell that, those, that, all of these. We sell more of this stuff. That's why it's here. All right. We are going to come back here and we're going to buy a lot of stuff.
Never get a smell.
But for right now, let's go back to the camp and let's hire our companions, our hirelings, who are all going to be rangers as well. Still a full save because...
Not this one, nor this one, and this one are less worthy still.
Less worthy still?
I riddle thee not. I speak only what requires telling. Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Can I trust them?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do very well. Impossible. Thy party is full. As thou didst choose.
Choice number 1 is very simple. Varial Wenkiir, or however you pronounce that. Don't need to do anything to him because he's already pretty well perfectly set up. Let's level him up. And he needs some spells, so we are going to give him... let's give him... Ensnaring Arrow and Hunter's Mark, I think. And then, of course, the Archery Fighting Style. And he also gets Beast Master, that's perfectly acceptable. The next spell we're going to let him take will be Hail of Thorns, I think.
Is that blood?
And no, so he is going to summon the Spider familiar, which is just called Conjured Spider. Does not have a name. That is so very ridiculous. Like, you can't even change its name or anything. It's just called Conjured Spider. No name, nothing. How unoriginal.
Looking ahead.
And then your companion is going to be the Wolf Spider. Very fitting for a drow. 2 spider companions. And I think this is I think that was supposed to be named Arachne. Arachne is not right. I mean, spiders are arachnoids, so I thought maybe that should have been Arachne. Because you'll notice that mine is called Corvus, and when we hire the other ones, you'll see that the wolf is called Lupus, and the bear is called Ursus, etc., etc. So, I think that's actually probably incorrect. Ideally, you've already got good armor. Well, you've got goodish armor, but if we can find some more heavy-ish armor, which I think I've left in the chest, I can't remember now. As far as weapons, though, I want him to have dual short swords.
Fate spins. Dost thou require a new app? Very well. Impossible. Thy party is full as the chew.
Right, so now we're going to take Brinna Brightsong. Now, the only reason I'm taking Brinna is because she's a Lightfoot halfling, and that ability that they have to... the luck that they have, where they re-roll any ones, is, I think, really good. It's offset by the fact that they don't move as fast, but she's a ranged character, so the fact that she can't move as fast in combat is not a big deal, because the only time they really need to move is to either get closer to a target to hit it or to get away from someone in melee. And I think we'll be offset pretty good with that. So let's just grab her. But then what we need to do is we need to change her from being the bard she currently is.
I shall be here in thy camp, as thou do.
To a ranger. So, ranger, there we go. Her favourite enemy, Viadel, or whatever his name is, the drow, he is a mage breaker. I took bounty hunter, I think. Yes. I took bounty hunter. We do want their natural explorer to be beast tamer, that's fine. But here, Ranger Knight is the one that we don't want to take, because that gives you proficiency with heavy armor, and that's not good for any of us. I think I'm going to give her Sanctified Stalker so that she gets the Sacred Flame cantrip. We're probably never going to use it, but the Radiant damage... it doesn't tell you here, but I think the Radiant damage does slightly more damage against undead and things like that, so that might be useful. And then the other is Keeper of the Veil that we will get the dwarf to take. Protection from evil and good. I find it a little bit annoying that it's so limited, that one. But that's actually not a problem with Baldur's Gate 3. It's a problem with D&D 5th edition, is that spell has been changed. And that's just the way it is now. I'm not going to change these stats. I'm going to leave them at the default. We are going to come in here and change this. And we're going to undo stealth there. We can't pick sleight of hand. Damn it. Perception is good. Let's go animal handling and keep investigation. I wanted to get sleight of hand so that she could be better at stuff, but we can't. So we're just going to confirm that. And that's it. We confirm that, and then we'll level her up. And we give... Now, spells, I want to give her Long Stride and Enhanced Leap. Because she is a halfling, she can't jump as far, she can't run as far. So those spells will be very, very useful. And we want the archery fighting style. Excuse me. Leave her on Beastmaster. And the other spell we're going to get her to take might be Cure Wounds, or maybe Goodberry. No, let's do Cure Wounds instead. I don't expect to need it immediately or anything like that. She's not going to use that, and she is, of course, not going to use that, and we need better armor for her. I'm going to let her keep the rapier, and I'm going to give her a shield to go along with it, I think. But let's get her animal companions out. So she's going to have the cat familiar, which is just called Conjured Cat. How boring. And we're going to give her the wolf companion. Yes. And as I said, the wolf is named Lupus, which makes me think that that should be Arachne, but anyway. So that's good. She's got her companions.
Blood.
I think I've still got enough money to buy. Yes, plenty of money to buy our
Fate spins along.
companion.
Dost thou require a new? Very
Another
well.
Halfling.
Impossible.
Get rid of
Thy
Gale.
as thou choose.
And Eldra Luthrinn is the one that I'm going to choose. It doesn't really matter. I could pick any one of these. I don't know why I was going for Eldra. I just have this thing. I don't know what it is. I've had this idea that I've liked the idea of dwarf rangers for a while. It's just a thing. Eldra also seems to have. The game doesn't really like. After you've built the character, there doesn't really seem to be anything anywhere in the stats that actually reinforces what gender you've actually picked. But the name and the general appearance does make Eldra look female, except for the beard. And I'm not one of those that normally likes the idea of dwarven women with beards, but I do see the joke in it, and I understand it.
Another. I shall be here in thy camp.
Change
as
class.
thou desire.
And so Eldra is going to change to Ranger. There we go. Natural Explorer. It's going to be Beast Tamer. That's exactly what we want. I don't want that. I want Keeper of the Veil, even though I'm not even sure I want that. But anyway, we'll take that. We'll keep those as normal. Stealth is no use to us. Let's go Insight on you. Confirm. Let's level you up. Let's do the fighting style, get that out of the way. Okay, 2 spells for you. You could probably... Eldra could probably get an advantage from the Enhanced Leap and the Long Strider as well, because being a dwarf, she does have reduced movement speed over everybody else. But I think I'm going to go those options. So Ensnaring Strike and Hail of Thorns for now. And then maybe the next spell that we take here will be Long Strider. We'll see how that goes. Beast Master is exactly what we want, and we are very good. Now, technically... No, I was going to say technically your armor is good, but it's not. It's tempting to leave Eldra with the hand axes, but they aren't finesse weapons. So, we will get a better to hit if we're using a finesse weapon, because it'll be using dexterity +3 rather than strength +1. So there is that. We will fix that up in a moment. I said we're going to give you the rat familiar. And the rat is just called Conjured Rat. Again, very boring. And your companion is going to be the bear. Ursa. There we go. The bear has the most hit points of any of them, of the animal companions. As you would sort of expect, you know. Alright,
still alive.
Let's come over here and have a look at what we've got in the chest. So, we had a couple of armors there that we could use. Let's just pick up basically all of that. to take or not to take. I don't know. Anyway, let's... Did any of these guys have anything? Yes, I want that and that. And we want to send that to camp. Give me all of those. Give me all of those. And give me all of those. Alright. Let's just split like another 2 off of that. Give them to you. Guess I can do it this way. Alright, this is probably going to be temporary because I am going to buy better armor for all of these guys. And girls, but you know, guys, gender neutral. At least the way I intend it to be. Send that to Mooshie, send that to Mooshie, that, and that. There we go. Mooshie. Alright. Rapier and shield for you, I think, is your melee combination. And I've got a scimitar and shield. Let's have... Now, this is not the best option, and I might change this later. But we do have this problem where we don't have... Oh, no, they're not... The Morning Stars are piercing damage. Damn it. I thought they were bludgeoning. See, that's slashing. That's piercing. That's piercing. I really would like somebody to have bludgeoning damage. There's a torch. Got to think about that. Right. Light crossbow for Eldra. And I think a short bow for Brinna for the moment. We'll change all of that later. I don't like the hand crossbow. It just doesn't do enough. I mean, it does the same amount of damage as the short bow, really. But it doesn't have the range is the problem. Let's give you a second short sword. And you can have a helmet. Now here's the other thing. I want everybody to have one type of magic arrow. You already had ice, so you're going to have the ice, you're going to have the lightning, and you're going to have the acid. And I'll have whatever else I can find. You know what? I am going to give you a torch, even though it does pretty horrible damage for the moment. Wish I had a decent shield to give you. I got rid of all the other shields, damn it. Or did I? What's left in here? Yeah, I did get rid of all the other shields. Why did that not come into there properly? You can't store soul coins in chests. What about in backpacks? Alright. What happens if I open it that way? Can I put them in? I can do it that way. Alright. I am going to equip that, even though I don't want to. For the moment, let's just do that. Yeah, look, let's just do it this way. Let's just give that to Eldra. That and that. I know it's not ideal, but... So you only get a +5. If I give, say, a short sword, which is finessable, it becomes +7. But I don't have anybody with bludgeoning damage. And that could end up hurting us at some point. Frankly, I would have you dual-wielding maces if I could, but we don't have that at the moment. Actually, I will leave you with a torch, so that somebody in the group has a torch. Alright. Let's go back. No, hang on. Let's... Why does it not show me... There it is. I'm going to disguise myself as... No, I'm not going to disguise myself as anything just yet. No, I'm not even going to keep it. Oh, let's put it back in the... Let's send it to camp. I can't bring myself to use that damn thing. It is good. I understand that you can use that. Let's say you kill somebody, but you want to talk to the corpse and get some information from them. If you've killed them, the game won't let you. Well, not that it won't let you. The idea is that a corpse that you have killed is not inclined, will not want to talk to you, right? So the spell doesn't work. But if you change your appearance using that mask or any of the disguise self spells, you can get around that, and you can talk. I've just remembered there's a whole bunch of stuff just here that we want to loot. A heavy crossbow, a second mace, that's what we wanted. 2 daggers. Good. And this chest. Wonderful. There's also that and these couple of things here. Oh, there's also a backpack there too. Grab that. Grab there.
Looks empty.
Empty. Yeah.
We're exposed now.
Right. Okay. Do want to talk to you. Oh, Lucas is stuck up there with the... Hey! I want to talk to Damon, please.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Okay, don't need that or that. That. Any of this. Any of this. Maybe that's a better hat for Mooshie. I don't like the bicorn hat, but I might keep it and give it to one of the others. We don't need any more of this stuff. We don't need any more of this. Keeping that. Keeping the heavy crossbow for me at the moment. Although I might even be able to sell that depending on what he's got for sale. Don't want the scroll of enfeeblement. Let's just try and sell. All right. We have another scale mail armor, which will be good for any of us because it is a medium. But is there... So there's hide armor +1. which is actually worse than the scale mail, but it does give us that bonus to dexterity saving throw checks. That's heavy armor, none of us can use that. Oh, there's a chain shirt +1, which is just as good as the scale mail. Weighs a lot less. And you take 1 less slashing damage. That is definitely what Mooshie wants, because it's also what, similar to what Montolio DeBrouchee, his namesake, actually used to wear. He used to wear chainmail, so that is good. That is a light crossbow +1. Morning Star +1. Scimitar +1. The hunting short bow. It's +1 and it has Hunter's Mark on it. And you have advantage against monstrosity enemy types. We're definitely going to buy that. And we will give that to Brinna, I think, for the time being. It's still not going to help us. We've got all stuff to sell. Get it together, Tony. Don't want dark vision. Don't want hill giant strength. Don't want animal speaking. Don't want featherfall. Don't want mind reading. Don't want detect thoughts. Don't want mage armor. Don't want ray of repeating. Sell all of those. There we go. I don't want any of that. Sell that successfully. Good. Let's sell another chunk. That. Whoops. Almost. I want that mace, don't I? Let's give that to Eldra. Sell all of that. Very good. Let's keep those hats. Sell all of that. 100 to go. Sell that. Let's sell that. 84. Sell those books. 57. Sell that. That's everything I want to sell, actually. So there's a longbow +1. That is tempting to get. I didn't notice that there before. And a light crossbow +1. Let's grab all of those. All of these. All of these. Arrows of darkness. I'm not sure I like the concept of those. I'm going to get that via arrow. Might as well buy that. So we have a longbow +1 and a light crossbow +1. They essentially do the same damage. And we have that hide armor +1. That's not as good as this chain armor +1 or the splint mail that we've got. Scale mail, sorry. Let's leave it at that for the moment. There is those arrows of roaring thunder. Yeah, I'll buy those as well. Let's go back and have a look at what Aaron has.
Elves take me. What I wouldn't do for better tools.
Hang on. First of all, you can put that armor on. There we go. And we'll send that to me. You can use that. Oh, here we go. Send that to me. And actually, you can use that shield as well. The second mace. Why is this not? Because it's not a light weapon. There we go. That was pointless. I forgot about that. Damn it. You have to, unless you've got the two-weapon fighting style, you can't wield two normal weight weapons. They have to be light. I don't remember if the war picks or the war hammers are considered light. I do not recall. We want to give you those arrows. Those are more arrows of ice, so you can have them. And arrows of lightning for you. And I'm keeping the rest for me. I just need armor for you two. So we'll probably send that to camp actually, and that can go back along with that. And go back to Shadowheart. Not that it really matters, but yeah, where was the... Not really the sort of thing that you want to be wearing out in the bush. Actually, I think I prefer that. Yeah, and Eldra can have that one. There we go. All right.
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Just want to confirm what armor and enchanted weapons Aaron has. And it does change over time, so it's worthwhile coming back to these guys after we've done some stuff.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember.
Alright, so you've also got the hide armor +1 and another chain shirt +1. So let's grab that, and I'll give that to one of these two, or Eldra. The Hedge Wanderer armor, +1 bonus to dexterity and a +1 bonus to nature. I'm going to grab that. In fact, I think I'm going to wear that. Only because it sort of fits in with the Rangewatchers name a little bit. I don't know, maybe. It feels like it might. And it looks a little bit better on the character too, to be honest. So let's give that to Brinna. And that to Eldra. So we want to sell that and that straight away. Let's give you that armor, and then we'll sell that.
Still breathing.
Let's give you that armor, and then we'll sell that. Very good.
These things have stayed interesting.
Okay, what have you got here in the way of gear? You've got Spell Thief. This is actually a terrible weapon in my opinion. It's got no bonus to hit. And I'm not sure if that spell slot is only arcane spell slots. It doesn't really tell you. But I don't know that I really like that. Even though it's a longbow, which is good. I don't trust it. So we're not going to get it. And that's really it as far as weapons go that you've got that are any good. The gloves of missile snaring, it probably would be a good idea to get that for somebody. So let's buy that, and I think I'll give that to Viral.
No one back home will ever believe this.
For the moment. What did you... You've got a short bow.
Let's get going.
You've got that hunting short bow.
I have a lot on my mind.
And you've got the light crossbow.
Well, in it.
So there was a longbow +1 and a light crossbow +1 back at Damon's. So we're probably going to go back there and get those. It's tempting to buy some of these arrows, but I think I'll come back for them after I've bought the other gear, because I don't want... I'm almost tempted to buy that for Beryl, but it's going to be one less armor than he's currently got. But he's the least armored of any of my characters at the moment. So I think we'll leave it. Yeah, let's go back and get those other weapons. Hopefully they're still there, and then we can come back here and we can buy these arrows here. I'm just... 846. I just don't know if we're going to have enough to be able to afford these arrows plus those other weapons.
Sylvanas be with you.
So... a little bit of back and forth here, trying to get all this stuff worked out, but it's going to be worth it. It's our characters are all nicely decked out, I think.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Alright, so there's the longbow +1. Let's give that to Beryl. Well, there we go.
I'm starting to get a headache.
And then there is, where is it? The light crossbow +1. Let's grab that. Let's give that to Eldra. Sell that. There we go. There's a light hammer there. That is light, but it's not finessable. Could just buy a light hammer and make that. That's only 100 gold for the two of those. And that way you've got dual weapons. And they're both bludgeoning. And technically they're throwing weapons as well, if we really want to. And they're perfect. They just seem to be perfect dwarven weapons. The only thing is they're not finesse, but I can live with that. I just want somebody in the party to have bludgeoning damage, just in case. Just in case. Spear +1, Launcher's got it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's buy that. And that. And that. And that. Wonderful. Sell. Sell. Right. So that was the Arrow of Darkness. I didn't want that. Got everything else here that we wanted. Go back to final little bit of back and forth, and then we're done.
Need anything else? Of course, but please, remember.
All right.
You're not the only one in need.
We want all of those. 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 We want that. I'll take those as well. Is that everything? Certainly feels like it.
Sylvana.
Alright, so that's yours. That's yours. And that's yours. So what arrows do I currently have? I think I've only got 3. Alright, that's not too bad. I was thinking I was going to have a lot more of different types of arrows than that. I might give those to you as well. I don't know why, but let's send all of that to camp. There we go. How about we give you some poison? $17, $16, $18, $16. Right.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Have your bow ready.
Is that blood? No.
I've got yours ready.
I've got a long road ahead.
Yours ready, and I've got mine ready. All right. From here, let's go and talk to Ethel. Because we are going to do that part of the storyline. Let's talk to Octa first.
You! Fancy best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
You're an idiot.
Doesn't taste half bad.
Ah, if it isn't the tank, there isn't. Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. You take a sup of that and you'll feel right as rain.
As you down the...
I swear you're still as peaky looking. Oh, I want the white. What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
As you
I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but no, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends. Hey, bother.
Alright, come on, get rid of this gruel thing so I can actually see what she's got. Thank you. I'm going to take the potion of greater healing. I don't have a huge amount of money left, but potion of invisibility. Corellian's Grace is a staff, isn't it? That's actually a really good staff for a monk, because that adds a +1 bonus to unarmed attack rolls and damage. Now what you can do, and get a +2 bonus to saving throw when you are not wearing armor, which you wouldn't as a monk either. As a monk, quarterstaff is one of the monk weapons, so you can use it, and it'll use your, I think, like dex and wisdom together to work out your chances of hitting. But also, after you've attacked with that, your flurry of blows will allow you to do an unarmed attack afterwards. And so what it basically does is you do an attack with a staff and then you do a kick afterwards. But using this staff, you'll get a bonus to the damage, to the attack and the damage with your kick follow-up that you can use. So, yes, very interesting if you're going down that route. I don't think there's anything else I want here. I don't want any of the reagents. I don't want any of the water, although it can be useful if people throw fireballs or whatever at you. But we'll leave it for now.
Be careful on the road.
So we've done that. Let's come up here and talk to the prisoner, just because we can. Was it this guy?
How long do you think we've got before the goblins come?
There was someone around here who had actually had some information about...
Is that everything? I think that's everything.
Where the creche might actually be. I can't remember the name. I will have to look it up later.
You
put it down.
That's the...
She didn't kill...
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. Looks like... You! Move!
This should be fairly straightforward. Oh no. Well, critical success. So
Cannon would hate me for this. But he's not here. Don't you? Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies? Gods, you're a...
It's all right, Arca.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids. And you... Ain't sure why you're protecting me. They're gonna burn this pretty place for the glory of the Absolute. With the Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the... God, could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal? You need me. Get me out of it. Suit you. Let me hear you, bunch of softies.
And there's nothing in any of those. We'll come back to that area later, I guess. Some of my animal companions didn't want to go through that door. Let's hope that's not going to become a common trend.
Please, leave us be.
This is ridiculous.
I have to look at this guy directly because I'm supposed to talk to you about that. It's not important to do just yet. Let's come down.
Swing, swivel, and wait.
Look at that. The boy that doesn't actually talk is talking about my animal companion. So that's been broken in the game. That shouldn't be happening. Oh, you can cancel. I was positive you couldn't. Let's give it a try. Let's just use up a thieves tool. There we go, that's better.
Please, let us through. It is forbidden. Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn.
We need...
You heard?
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than...
Now Arabella's being judged by a bunch of druids who hate us.
Hurry!
Come, Magrin. You, get back. No.
A moment.
What? You.
Do I still have the ability to talk to animals? I think I do. Save here. Interested in talking to the bear, though.
Just a moment. This man is recording my story. I am far from home.
As the colourful man starts scribbling, the bear sneaks a quick look at the page. His brow furrows. Incomprehensible squiggles surround a crude sketch. A bear disemboweling a clutch of tieflings.
Come on. All the druids can understand me.
The man nods, thought.
You would... A few questions, if you please.
Fine, ask you questions.
You search your mind, but remember nothing useful about...
Give him an exact
And
description.
the dragon they had marching.
There wasn't any dragon.
Lost question. Then you'll be quite free. They did. I've interrogated... The scandal. Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my... Until...
Come on.
The man nods.
Alright, let's come up here and do this, and then we'll go and rescue that kid from the harpies. I'm curious to see what the squirrels say about this song.
It hurts! It hurts! Please, make it stop!
What's wrong?
Can't you hear it? Her singing. It's awful. Terrible.
She's trying her
Oh
best.
no! Whatever shall we do? More witless creatures. My head is...
Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile. More like butchering. Don't know why I bother. No, at the hands of this bloody song. I can't... Nothing fits, you know? True, but when you're stuck and it's just getting worse... Oh, thanks. When you call the last light, does something... No, that's awful.
Let's pick that. Go, we got in without a hassle. Now, this is the sort of hat that I want to wear, even though I can't actually use the features of it. I think it looks better on a ranger. And maybe we'll give that to... Oh, no, I didn't need to give that to Brinna, sorry. Wrong. Let's give you those. Not that they really do much, but well, they do help you with strength saving throws. Well, that's good. I meant to give that to you, but I don't know that we will. How about we give that to you? And we might sell that, even though it is nice. Alright, let's go and have some fun with some harpies, because this is going to be interesting. Now, I have tried this out. When I did a test playthrough, I actually went up over to here, and then I used my flying companions to fly over there and try and discover the harpies, and it didn't work. There is no way to get the harpies to appear before you get down to the water's edge. There's just no way to do it. What I'm going to do is really quickly break away from everybody else and just jump over here and get this out of the way. Actually, I should have... Oh no, Corvus wouldn't be able to dig it up. I wanted to see if they can loot things. And bring them back to me, because there's that other harpy nest over there. The only way to get to is to fly to it, and it's so annoying having to use up your flying potion just to get to it, whereas if I could just use my companions to fly over there and pick everything up for me. My animal companions, I mean, not my other regular companions. Alright, let's group back up again. Let's quick save. Let's get down here and get this going. I hate this combat, but it should be a little bit easier with 12 party members rather than 4.
Shh. Listen. Don't you hear it? No. Yes.
Okay, I've saved. Ultimately, we want this one dead quickly as possible. We do have low ground. Ooh, what if I use Crown of Thorns against it? Let's try that.
What happened?
That actually worked reasonably well.
Well, so much for peace.
If I get you like there, then you take the shot on that guy. Good.
I won't give in.
And then where can I get you to? There. You're not blocking the kid from escaping. Even though it's low ground, you can take that shot. Beautiful.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Brinna, where you are, can you shoot any of these guys? I've actually got advantage on him for some reason. Oh, because it's a monstrosity. Yes. And you killed it. Well done. Now, animal companions time. Which one's that? Is that Corvus? No, that's Corvus. Alright. I can probably... Can Corvus fly all the way over to here? Not enough movement. You can get... No. Okay, you can't. Let's just keep these two over here for the moment. Alright, it's Cat's turn. Now, let's do that. And the rat's going to wait, as is the little spider. Where is... Oh, god damn it. This guy and the wolf. Where the hell is my wolf? And the bear, even. What the hell? Can't go there. You're kidding me. The wolf is actually stuck. Alright, so whether it's that there's a large number of animal companions that is the problem, or whether it's just that your animal companions get stuck, that's not good. That should not be happening. Says you've joined the combat, but where are you? There. Alright. Arachne hasn't joined the combat yet, has she? I think she has now. Yeah. Alright. It's not this character. Jump to the characters whose turn it is. Oh, me. Alright. Switch to my weapon. Missed. Alright.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Yeah, let's take the close one first. Good.
No choice but to keep going.
You're better off switching to your weapons. Let's turn off automatic dual-wielding attack. Beautiful. How much health has that got left? Only 2? Let's use that second attack then. Beautiful.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Feller of Monsters. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark. You deal an extra 1d6 piercing damage. So let's use your bonus action to set Hunter's Mark on an army. Okay. Wasn't great, but wasn't terrible either. Can you do a rend? No, you can't do a rend. How about fly to like there, and then just do a normal attack?
Are they gone?
And that was quite a bit easier than normal. They're gone, are you alright? Yeah. Touch your breath.
I need to get...
now.
Wait, find a boy.
Alright. I think I'm going to go and do this bit of searching stuff by myself. There's usually nothing on these bodies, or not much. I don't want a skull. Nothing on you. Gold on you. Don't waste a step. Here. Search that wooden chest. 56 gold. Right, let's get the party back together again. Let's head up here. I'm going to split away again, and we're going to search. What happened to the other Barbie body? I think it was down here, wasn't it? It's all the way down there. Radio. And that was worth the time. Rightio. Back up here. Get that polished dagger. Don't want a bottle. I don't want a candle. Alright, now, let's quick save. Switch to Corvus. Now, Corvus, my man. Fly on over. You say you can't get there, but surely you can. But you cannot do anything with that harpy nest. How annoying! So the only way I'm going to be able to get here is to use my potion. Which, quite frankly, I don't think is ever worth it. Where is it?
Let's see what those harpies were hoarding.
We don't want the bow. And that ring is a ring of colour spray. I'm going to give that to Eldra, I think. Okay. That can go to camp. Let's camp that. That, and that. Group back together. So I can see I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time every now and then just double checking that all of my animal companions have actually made it to where I am, particularly if I'm going through a dungeon or whatever, or a building. Yeah, about in the middle of the world. It's not. Well, you'd think it's not such a big deal, but it does appear to be a big deal. Let's talk to the pig, see if he's got anything interesting to say.
I thought you were Halfling.
The boar prances around, haunches clenching and unclenching impatiently.
Where's Halfling? Promise me a mate.
Fly quick. Fly safe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Have you lost your senses, Gorga? Release her.
She stole the idol of Sylvanas. She must pay the price.
Please.
This is...
A what? I will imprison the devil. And I will. Girl, she eats wrath and keeps...
Come, Gorga.
Do it.
Oh, we made it. Good.
Halsin is gone. Aye. Farewell.
Thank you.
Halsin isn't here.
Okay.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake, well seen, well spotted. We've let us master. More will die if the right is fit. Would you? So, Halsin, you won't mistake the...
If not over, then through.
one who tried to steal from us.
The rat doesn't respond. It simply bares its teeth.
All right.
The rat glares at you, but says nothing.
Well, I haven't talked to her yet.
Go on. Say it. You think... Yes, a vipe, no matter. I took back the eye and I want you there to... The viper must strike. You will... This tale ends.
All right, let's talk to Nettie.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
This medicatrix.
There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed? I do what I can. Come here. You seem healthy enough. A tadpole. Come. We need to be quick.
Please. I'm resting.
The bird says nothing, trying to rest. The bird says nothing.
Head on in.
All right.
This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. See, a pity you got... You don't... All right. Let's see what we can do. It might.
Looking closer, you realize you've seen this thorn in the wilds. It's Kalimvor's kiss, a briar from the Dale lands, and a deadly poison.
I want to help you, but I can't unless you work with victims. How do you pick up the parasite? Look, but this is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you swear it. I hope it doesn't You know, Master, because you should all be changing. There's the thing, it's one of... Not yet, anyhow. Could be. When whatever he found there. If you can find Halsin and get... I wish I could... All I can... Good luck out there. Take it one step
All right.
at a time, Nettie. Come on.
There's something in that vessel. Take a closer look.
Something in that vessel. What are they talking about? I never know what they are talking about with that one. I mean, there's no chests or anything here which aren't marked as, you know, steel. So I'm not gonna try and interact with it. Let's get out of here. Although there is that book on antidotes.
Oh, Sylvanas, I just want my bed.
Oh, it's a recipe to make antidotes in alchemy. Radio. That's nice. Not going to use it. Silver, what do you have to say for yourself?
Another stranger come to vex me. What will you do? Hunt me? Grab my tail? Shout until my head hurts?
I just wanted to give you my smell. I'll leave you be.
No, wait. You smell fresh. Safe. You can stay, if you must.
Right, let's get out of here. Switch back to my bow as well. It would be good. Not going to talk to anybody else here. We've done all of that. Oh, look, Lupus wasn't there with us. He's finally caught up. Is everybody caught up now? Let's see. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the big companions. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the little companions. All right.
You ever scare me like that? Mom!
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what...
Yeah, thank you.
Dancing Lights, yeah, that's one of the ones that I end up sending to camp and giving to Gale. That's the Wyvern Toxin. I'm going to send that to camp as well. We're not going to need that. Not anytime soon, anyway. Let me just quickly have a little look-see here for a sec.
I want to learn a trick too. Something only I know. Make one up. You can do that.
Okay, so there is... Let's talk to this guy first, get this out of the way.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch.
Get this out of the way. Where is he? There's Mole there. In fact, let's do a full save.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been Mercon says you got him.
You saved Arabella from the druids. Don't know.
And we're happy to be helped. Now, what can I do for
making sure we're ready to leave when the time comes?
Alright, what have you got to trade that I might want? Is that some arrows there? That is. Arrow of Darkness, Arrow of Elixir of Bloodlust. No, thank you. Elixir of Barkskin. I won't bother with any of that right now.
Anything else?
No. Tell you what, all of my companions better come out of here properly. That's all I can say. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So we are looking for... Why is that wanting to attack? Oh, because that was the target that was there. We're looking for Zoru.
Excellent.
This guy.
We should be getting drunk at least. It's no fun waiting for death sober.
Well, apparently he's supposed to be the one that points you in the direction
Shame the goblins
of
didn't
the
kill me,
Githyanki's.
We should be getting drunk at least. It's no fun waiting.
So what have I missed? I don't know.
Shoes. Well, where are my boots?
I sort of feel like this is... Let's send that to camp. Let's send all of that to camp. And I think the rest is good.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon. I am not grumpy.
Oh, it was my wolf. I'm going, my bear. I'm thinking, I'm hearing a bear growl. What's going on? It was Ursa. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I am fairly happy with how well this is going. Yes, the interface does seem to bog down a little bit, and the animal companions don't always follow you all that well. But apart from that, I don't have too much of a problem. We'll see how we go further on, but having all of the, having a party of 12 in combat rather than 4, or even if I was to get rid of my familiars and just have my animal companions, a party of 8 rather than 4, definitely seems like a good thing to have. I will say that I did very briefly consider dropping one of the party members and using Will, the Warlock, and taking him, rather than going the Pact of the Blade, which is sort of what you're expected to do with Will, because he does have a sword that he shouldn't be able to use. Warlock should not be able to use the rapier. But with him using the rapier and the Pact of the Blade, he actually gets quite good abilities to use the blade in combat. Without it, he's pretty terrible at the blade, and he should just be kept back and just use his Eldritch Blast completely. I mean, he probably should be doing that anyway, but very short rest so we get our health back. But anyway, I considered bringing him, and instead of going down Pact of the Blade, going down Pact of the Chain, which allows him to have a familiar, and it can be any one of the animal familiars that we've already seen, or it can be an imp or a quasit. I don't know the exact how you pronounce it, but two of these, an imp or a little devil, basically. And yeah, there was that thought that I could go that way, and that way I'd have a slightly different character in the group. It wouldn't just all be rangers. But I think overall I'm much happier to have a group of 4 rangers. So this is the party. This is the Rangewatchers, or the new Rangewatchers, modelled after the party that Montolio DeBrouchee last had before he finished adventuring. And this is, we're role-playing as Mooshie DeBrouchee, the great-great-grand nephew of Montolio DeBrouchee, whose nickname was Mooshie, so Mooshie was named after his great-great-granduncle. And yeah, so far so good. I think it's doing reasonably well. It'll be a chore, though, to see everybody stay with us when we start going into a lot of buildings and stuff, I think, but we will see. And I'm following a guide just to try and, because, I like to go into a lot of these situations and attack everything that I see. But I'm going to try and use one of these guys to sort of point me in different directions where I don't necessarily attack everything. I like when you have to go into the fortress to rescue Halfling. I'm going to use definitely use the guide there to see what the better options might be. So yes, hope you're enjoying this. I am so far, but we will see how it goes, whether I start to get frustrated with this game again or not. But hopefully you'll join me next time when we will continue on. Thank you very much, and see you later.